Danger! JoyKong at the moment is all over! Let's go! And it's...
Gimme!
Yeah, this could be Turbo's tournament stop here if he's not careful. JoyKong is looming, and JoyKong is eternal! A huge pop-off from JoyKong will take down one of Scotland's best, and he moves on.
Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the first ever episode of a Youngie Yaps. And we've got a special guest, JoyKong.
I'm famous. I'm a top player.
And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a bit of an interview, a bit of a discussion about Smash UK, the Northeast, and also, of course, our special guest. First things first, I want to ask, who is JoyKong?
JoyKong is the best Donkey Kong in Europe, officially. Ranked 730 something in the world, unofficially. Best player in the North right now. I'm a beast. I'm nice with... Oh, the switch is off. I'm nice with it. 700 million GSP, etc. You name it. I've accomplished it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's huge.
You know how it is.
That's huge. Because, I mean, we all know that GSP is proportional to how good of a person you are.
Yeah. GSB to PGR as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Also, I think I have approximately now 4 Trinity wins.
Alright, okay. We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about that.
Well, it's impressive. It's impressive.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, so...
I even beat the Byler. Like, that was hard. I nearly had to kill it myself.
Enough about me.
Alright,
okay, we're interviewing you, right? Not the other way around.
It's true.
So, I mean, the first thing I wanted to say is that... So you grew up in the Northwest. And those your kind of traditional stomping grounds. That's when you kind of became good as a player. You really kind of, blew up, was there.
It's true.
Now you're in the Northeast. I want to delve into, your kind of like starts, like how, what is the origin of not only your tag. So let's start with that first. Like, what's the origin of your tag?
Well, I was a little shitter when I was like, okay, alright, well, the origin of my tag requires the origin of my previous tag. I started off as a 12-year-old shitter called Mr. Romantic, the Donkey Kong player.
That makes all sense.
And I was bad at the game, and then like half a year into a year in, I thought, if I start showing up to offline events as a 12, 13-year-old called Mr. Romantic, everyone's gonna think like I'm like a reverse something. I mean, like, it was weird. Because in my brain, it just felt really weird. Nowadays, I can acknowledge it would actually be the funniest thing ever if I showed up.
I think you should go back.
Oh, it's my Twitter handle. It's my Twitter handle.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But then I thought, alright, Joy-Cons, because I used Joy-Cons back then as well. I think I beat Robbie with Joy-Cons, anyway.
That's really funny.
Gimmick.
But I used Joy-Cons and I was a DK, so I thought, oh, Joy-Con, everyone's come up with that, hasn't they? I went on Smash Data. I would have been the only Joy-Con. There was no Joy-Cons, so I thought I might as well take it. And
Are there Joy-Cons now?
Yes, there's a New Zealand Joy-Con who, for some reason, like I know this, is working on like a webcomic called Skateboard Samurai.
That's pretty. Okay, that sounds interesting.
They sent it to me, and I was like, "That's cool. I'm actually gonna read it," and then I didn't.
Well, now they know. So
Well, it's fine. It's fine. Obviously, Super Youngie Bros is really big, so they're gonna find out. I'm sorry. I did plan to read it. But then I'm just a busy man. I'm winning regionals left and right.
We actually have a special segment. We've got Samurai.
A skateboard samurai.
We've got Skateboard Samurai right here with us.
Yeah.
No, I slightly don't believe you because you forgot.
I think we only heard about like 1 second ago. We've got a physical copy right here.
We did.
Yeah, I was gonna talk more about that. Like, what got you into Smash, start with?
It started with COVID. I started playing Smash. I was like, this is fun. I started looking at tournaments. I found out about all these crazy tournaments in the UK, and I was like, oh wow, Curry Governor, this guy, SBF, and then realized that they were all shut down. So I was like, damn. Started playing Wi-Fi tournaments. My first tournament, and I have zero recollection of this, by the way. Absolutely zero recollection. I played Little Mac, and I went, okay.
Wow.
But I don't remember doing that at all. I remember practicing for my first tournament and like in training mode with Rob. So I don't know how I ended up playing Little Mac, but it's fine. And then my second ever tournament was a Japanese only tournament, and I went 1-1 because it was single elimination.
Wait, why was it Japanese only?
Because I was a rebel, I didn't care about the rules. I also got banned from Horizon 1 stream arenas back in the day because I was worse than everyone else. So I would play Mega Man and I would just teabag and hope that someone wouldn't fight me and then like SD so I could win again.
Wait, so you started off Little Mac, went Mega Man.
The timeline is all over the place, by the way. At some point I played Bowser.
Yeah.
And I would do those 2-stock in-game tournaments, and I'd take the first stock, and then I'd suicide the second stock. That was a good time. There was a point where I played Mega Man. Mewtwo might fit somewhere into this. I think a secondary Mewtwo when I played Bowser, but I played DK on Elite, and I was like, damn, this guy's so easy, and he just stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he was the closest I ever got to Elite Smash. Do you know how huge that is?
Yeah, I can imagine for young JoyKong, like getting so close to Elite Smash must have been like, this is the character for me.
It's true, yeah. I started playing my friend Charlie, who pretty much got me into Smash as well. He was a Falcon main, and I started like taking games off his Falcon because I would just side B out of disadvantage. And he didn't know what to do about it. Yeah, like he would do a combo, and I'd like side B and armor through, and then like he'd land and get buried. It was absolute peak, and then he got better, and I got better, and then I got better, and then I got better.
I mean, I was going to talk about like your improvement and stuff. Like is there like a particular tournament in which you kind of like suddenly became like
Blew up.
different?
There is, Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in Wi-Fi days, no. It's like the end of 2024. Like it was always a steady scale of improvement. There was times where my mentality changed a bit and that helped, or I started thinking about something differently and that helped. But the big change, the reason why 2025 and the end of 2024 was such a good year for me, is because on a whim, like in 2024, I started considering, what if I switched from Smash Stick to Tilt Stick?
Really?
Yeah. But I was always like I would try it online and I'd be like, no, I don't like it. But on a whim, I don't know why, I got really weird, like my brain just does weird stuff sometimes, and on a whim I thought, Tilt Stick, Avalon, I'm going Tilt Stick. On the day, like when I was sat in front of my round 1, I was like, I'm going Tilt Stick. And then I beat Bloom, I know it was just Pit, but I beat Bloom.
That's still a Bloom one,
I beat Soul Arts, I beat Nathan Bone Crush, and I was like, you know what, Tilt Stick goes kind of ham,
That's what, wait, so what do you call like Avalon, like your...
It was probably my breakout, and then my next tournament, I got my first ever Curry win, and then
true.
In the like 2 months later, I got a Kerbo win and a Shanique win. Like it all just exploded from there. And I know my year was a bit slow.
Wait, you got a Shanique win?
Yeah, I got a Shanique win.
Right.
It was off stream.
That's kind of good. What the hell?
It was off stream, and it was the biggest pop off I've ever witnessed and ever experienced.
Oh yeah.
And
if I can find a clip of someone, because I'm sure someone has.
There's a clip of like the end of it, because it went on for like 30 seconds. There's a clip of like the last 10 seconds. But the intensity, I remember popping off for like 15 seconds. And I looked at Shanique, and he looked like he had genuinely seen like a bear in real life or something. But I footstooled him game 5. When I was at I was at 170 last stock, and he was at like 20 something last stock. I have the replay saved on my phone, but like that's not for podcast. I can show you guys.
Okay. I mean, I was gonna kind of like ask about, like what's been your most memorable tournament set? Would you say that's it?
That.
Yeah.
That's literally the happiest I've been in my entire life.
Yeah.
You cannot replicate that. You could not get those emotions out of me again. Something died within me that day because I experienced such positive emotion that it cannot be topped.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
You'll be.
I hope it does.
Bro, one time you'll be like, I don't know, like who do you have to beat in order for that to be
like
a Luigi?
Not even like Leo or
Leo.
I don't think Luigi would be enough. Like it would have to be like a Light or a Leo or
like a top.
Thing is, it's also circumstance dependent though, because if I just beat Shanique normally, that wouldn't have happened. But I had a really close game 5 set that I cheesed 2 games off of him, and then I footstooled him at like 180 on the 3rd and the 5th game.
It's like God. It's not just like, you know, if you beat someone, that's good, but like if they're playing really, really bad and you're playing like okay, it doesn't feel as good. Like if you know you're cooking, you're like,
that's kind of what it felt like when I beat Luke as well at this Avalon. Because not that we were both playing bad, but this was at the point in the venue where everyone's hands were cold, and I kind of just felt like
it's obviously
it felt like his execution was a bit off and mine was a bit off, but I was just getting more because DK's easier, and I was like, well, I'll take the win.
That's kind of like the the DK effect.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, this kind of goes into like my next question about like, so tournament nerves, very, very like, you know, like ever-present thing. I feel like you don't really get affected by tournament nerves as much as other people, to be honest. Like, do you have like a certain like way around dealing with them, or is it just kind of like a natural thing?
Okay, I actually have really struggled with tournament nerves in my life. In Wi-Fi, I didn't really get it that much because it was like I'm sat at home. I didn't really need to do anything. But as soon as I started going offline, honestly, when I started, it wasn't that bad. But then when I started realizing, oh, I'm kind of a big deal. You know, people are talking. I say kind of a big deal. At this point, I was like unranked in the Northwest. But like when I became like an official like 2-2 or 3-2er, it felt like a huge deal. And every time, the better I get, the more nervous I got because it was like, I really need this win. I need it for my Northwest PR chances, and it was or UK PR chances, and I got really nervous. Like for some reason, some of the most nervous I've ever been in my life is like random overlevels, and I get really nervous. Back in the day, what I would always do, I would zone out, and I would play, because if I was zoned out, I couldn't be nervous. Like like it was just like my autopilot. And
that's how you lose to Eid.
That's how you lose to Eid in Wiz Hyper. As 18th seed, approximately for Manchester Grand Conquest, coming like last place.
Yeah.
That's how that happens. Because I didn't have like a quality control, so to speak. I didn't control my actions. I relied on my like fundies. I played DK. I relied on my skill, let's say, but like my ability to win. But if there's nothing actually governing my decisions, I was playing like a bot in disadvantage. Yeah. And you know, I wasn't adapting. So you know, as I've gotten more comfortable with the game and more comfortable like being conscious in the moment, it's really helped me as well. Like I do attribute a lot of my success to switching to tilt stick, but a few other things just happened to coincide with that, and I think one of them is I became a more conscious player. It does make my nerves worse, but you know, just experiencing it and doing it makes it easier. Like but there are effects as well. Like for example, I barely eat during Smash tournaments because whenever I eat, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, I've had
really nervous.
Yeah. Like I mean, it's always the thing about like I always try to eat as little as possible, but then the things I do eat are like high sugar.
Yeah, that's fair.
So then you know I get like like enough energy throughout the day. But like, I don't feel like I'm like overfilling myself with stuff, you know?
Well, like, there's been days where it's like I eat half a meal deal sandwich and I'm like, that's it, that's enough.
Yeah.
AKA Blossom, pretty much. I ate a half a meal deal sandwich the whole day until after the tournament and even that made me feel like I was gonna throw up. Yeah. But like, chocolate bar has kind of been huge recently.
Yeah.
Getting a chocolate bar.
It's like high release energy.
I used to drink smoothies before events, but that didn't sit well, so I just drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
I really like smoothies, but when I feel like that, like when I'm nervous, it doesn't work. And then what's that as well? Braveheart Brawl. I ate half a deep fried pizza on day one because I kind of forgot. Like I wasn't. Actually, thing is, I wasn't nervous on day one, right? Because like it's day one. I don't think I'm gonna lose to Shobby.
Hopefully not.
Well, I didn't, luckily. But all the games were like last hit.
Really?
Because I ate half this deep fried pizza, and then like 2 hours later, I was like, oh, I'm kind of tired, you know.
Yeah.
And I realized
it's always a thing of like if you have like carbs early on, then you know you get a bit of like a slow release, but then you feel like really fatigued.
I did feel very fatigued.
Yeah.
And I don't eat like that usually. I don't eat like deep fried pizza and chips. I don't even like chips really. And I didn't even ask for chips. Just give me a whole plate of chips, like a whole.
Also, deep fried pizza, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is diabolical.
It made me feel sick.
Yeah.
Because the first few bites, I was like, oh, this is kind of good. It tastes like a pizza. But near the end, when it was just like, I could really taste the batter, and it's like, ugh.
Like, I mean, there are some like, you know, takeout, like cultural, like takeout things, which are very like unique in the North, I found. You know, like I was like, you know, I mean, like gravy and chips is like.
Would you say that's unique to the north?
I would say it's unique to the north. Like I don't really have that.
Really? Oh wait, you're in London. You can confirm.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like gravy. I think gravy's overrated, and I think chips are overrated. This is
That's kind of
takes.
controversial, actually. That is kind of controversial.
Chips are overrated. I think chips are at best a 7, and those are like really good chips. A 7 out of 10. Like,
Yeah,
they're
I think
not good.
like what's your your go-to takeaway? If you have one?
I mean, I don't have like a specific chain, but usually I just get burgers from everything. I'll just buy a burger or
Smash burgers
or wings.
Youngie Bros.
I love smash burgers. I know you're making a terrible
Yeah,
joke,
I know, but still.
but
like,
in
it's really
actuality,
good.
smash burgers are my jam, dude. Really?
Yeah.
I actually want one.
burgers.
But
Fellow caster Merricat makes really good.
yeah, bear in mind. But one thing we got kind of caught up on the whole food thing.
Yeah.
But back home there was a burger place called Smashville back in Oldham. I think that's pretty funny.
That's pretty good. I like that.
There's also a place called the Hangry Box, and it just reminds me.
That's
of
okay. There's no way that can't be like
Yeah.
a thing.
This is, yeah.
both in Oldham. Shout out. I never went to either of them, but
Yeah.
Come on.
Smashville was expensive. I considered it.
I want to ask you a few questions around just like the meta of like modern day Smash.
You're gonna ask me how good DK is.
I'm gonna ask you not necessarily. I mean, it's a question about DK, but like, what do people misunderstand about DK? I feel like you can talk at length for it.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you think I'm incorrect at any point.
I'm not good enough to tell you if you're incorrect.
No, but like,
No, bro, we want you on this.
Yeah, I know.
people.
As like, Sonch is a fellow DK main, so he knows.
But like, all right. So okay, from the start, people completely misunderstand what side B is as a move.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
People have no idea what they're talking about. People will say everything right about DK, and then they'll start talking about side B, and it's like, are you dense? Are you stupid? Like, the main reason I use side B is out of disadvantage. I used it as a kid in 2020 when I was facing bums, and I use it in 2025, and it still works because the armor is kind of huge when people are doing non-multi-hit moves to try and catch my landings, because DK struggles to land. You can't really land with landing down B that well, like when people are trying to cover like a big range with like, let's say, Palu dash attack. But side B is huge. The armor for landing is kind of huge, especially when you're trying to grab ledge. But in like neutral, you can get it from a down tilt, I guess, but like that's the other main thing. Like if you combo into it, it's good, but if you're using it in neutral, it's like fucking -30 on shield, and it's not an instant shield breaker.
Yeah.
It's so punishable. Even if you max space it, you can just like walk up and grab or smash attack it. Like, it's bro. And people who think, oh, it's a good shield breaker, it's reactable, so you can parry it or spot dodge it.
Yeah.
Alright, like, get a job. Stop complaining about DK side B. It's not that good. It's an overrated move. All its uses are the uses which nobody else uses, because it's like, why would you use it like that? I like edge guarding with it because it's funny, but it's not even good as an edge guard
Yeah.
either.
So I would definitely like put it into like one of DK's like worst moves.
It's
It's a little like half, I would say.
I've heard people call it bad. I don't think it's bad,
Yeah.
but it's very situational. It has its uses. It's still always funny to like break people's shield with it, or stuff like that. But it's more of a funny move. But I'd say that's like the main thing about DK as well.
Also, I think it's also kind of like a specific jab at the tweets that came out like a week or so ago.
Wait,
Around
which
like
one's
it was Maldenho, and his disadvantage state, and people were like listing moves that like Mono could.
Oh,
use
that's
to
right.
jab.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's.
I'll put that on the screen now.
It's some person, some random bum with 0 results to their name probably. Some random O2er says, I'm actually man could have side beat out of disadvantage versus Palutena up air. Shut the. Are you kidding me? This is Palu up air. The armor ends before the hitbox comes out. That's problem number 1. There's like 3 problems with that. The armor ends before the hitbox begins, which means that because it's a multi-hit, the hitbox is never coming out. 2, let's say in a perfect world where this didn't happen, where this had infinite armor. Okay, you get hit with side B. It's unsafe on hit in the air, you idiot. It's unsafe on hit. So you get hit with another up air.
Yeah.
Come on now.
These people just don't know the game.
They don't know game. They don't know ball.
Yeah.
Plus, even with like even if it had infinite super armor, after the hitbox comes out, they're probably still gonna get hit with the rest of up air because the hitbox isn't like that. In the air, it's not like that. On the ground, it's long. In the air, it is not. So, bro, and then I'm kind of offensive on this whole Motherhood situation. I think his disadvantage definitely could have been better. He was probably nervous.
Yeah.
But also, I get it. I've been that guy. I've been the neutral air dodger like 4 times in a row versus Palu. I low-key still am that guy. So it's
catch JoyKong versus Lito for some interesting disadvantage options.
Please don't catch that. See me to Sonch instead.
we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that happen.
Thank you.
Okay, like maybe a bit more of like a broader question about like the meta. Like where do you think it's like how do you think it's changing and where do you think it's heading?
I think it's heading in the direction it's okay. Well, the game kind of started, and there was players like SBF and Corey, and Marissa at the top level of the UK because they were playing characters which relied on fundies. I knew there was players like Leo and Tweak at the top. They were playing characters which had good stuff, but they also, they relied on the player being very skilled. And because people were all facing other people which rarely made mistakes, and they would always try and find ways to punish and optimize those mistakes, they were all trying to not make mistakes. That's the issue.
Yeah.
They were trying to play perfect. But now, the meta has developed to a point where if you make one mistake, you die. So people have stopped trying to play perfect, and they've started trying to punish your opponent for not being perfect. So now there's Luigis and Kazuya's and honestly DKs running around. Obviously Steve's, which is not only perfect at punishing people for not being perfect, but is also incredible at making you not be perfect by throwing the kitchen sink in a half at you, and trying to make.
I've always found like, the Smash Ultimate meta works in like 2 different ways. So like I think first, probably the easiest way to go about it is saying like the characters or players with the best advantage state, those will be the ones that excel. But then also that works in the inverse way, where the characters with the best disadvantage states will also be like even probably one of the best.
And there's things like neutral, like for example, Light still gets really good results just because he's so good at avoiding it the whole set.
Yeah.
But then it just takes one, like it must be so demoralizing to be a player like that and then lose to
Bobs.
Lose to Bobs. Lose to Bobs.
That's true.
Lose to Susu. Like Susu's good, but like if you're Light. If you're Light,
if you're like top 5,
it must feel bad. Or if you're
Luigi,
losing to Luigi, and it's one of those things. But it's kind of going the inverse way, but not in the way you'd expect. Like there's a lot of anti-meta characters, like Hero, for example, and no one talks about it. But Shulk is anti-meta, and it's because they have random shit that just deals with the character.
I agree.
Like having big hitboxes is huge in the modern meta because there's things like Steve, so you need ways to break blocks, and like when you're facing game launch, you need ways to like disjoints are huge again. It's come all the way full circle. So now characters which people originally wrote off for having poor frame data, like even Sephiroth is quite good in that regard. Like I think Tweak should probably just have a Sephiroth, like bring Sephiroth back for Steve, because like Sephiroth,
I'm not sure about that.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
I know he's playing more Bayo now or whatever.
That's actually also a good solution. Bayo is also anti-meta, honestly, to some degree.
And I think Bayo.
Bayo's the perfect blend.
I think Bayo's like really good.
Yeah,
I think Bayo's really good, and also there's like they're good in like whatever region you want. That they've been like they've been shown to be good in Japan. They've been shown to be good in America. They've been shown to be good in Europe. Like,
I agree.
It's not just a thing of like. I think certain characters only really work in like one particular region, I
also agree, yeah.
Like, for example, like, I was gonna say Duck Hunt, but maybe that's not the best example. What are some like characters that uniquely work in Japan and then nowhere else? Banjo maybe?
No.
I think
Korigori will probably do better.
I
I think it's less about the entirety of Japan and the entirety of NA. I think it is highlighted more in like smaller regions, like when you go to the north, for example. I think DK works really well in the north, but when I go to London, I get shat all over because it's not that DK can't do it over there. It's just it's harder and the players are better and the matchups are harder. So I need to work as hard as they are, and I promise you, I don't do that.
Yeah, because I guess that's there are 2 ways of looking at it, like the macro scale of you've got these huge global scenes, but that doesn't really encompass it because, of course, like how they play in the East Coast compared to the West Coast in America is very, very different.
Yeah.
So it's just like
even like a state by state basis.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, or in Australia, Steve's banned, which makes the meta like.
Are they still banned over there?
I think so.
Really?
I haven't seen Ghost do anything in a while. So I occasionally look at the Australian results. I think like the current best players in Australia, obviously like Kanaji and Sebpro are mainly in Japan. So it's like we've still got J-Dizzle, but now there's also Zack the Pac-Man Kazuya.
Oh
and
yeah.
The Mario is top 3 now. Like what?
I think it's pretty crazy.
The meta's gone like it's like an alternate timeline of what happened. What if Smash went bizarre? How is the top 3 of a pretty much a whole continent? Young Link, Pac-Man Kazuya, and Mario. And then the other guy that I was talking about is a Shulk Snake. Like, what is this?
Yeah. Also, like Shulk is just cooking that region as well. Like Shulk loves that region.
Oh, true. Actually,
yeah.
I never
or
think about that.
like most swordies.
I mean, Kanaji's best results are in Japan. He like 3-0'd Asimo. It was ridiculous.
He did, yeah. I mean, like he usually wins like most tournaments in Australia as well.
Yeah.
Just because like he's just so. I think the skill gap is pretty monumental between Japan and Australia.
That's true. Yeah. This is going to be a very brief tangent because I don't want to get too far off track.
Yeah.
But when I thought you were going to say that the skill is between Japan and NA, and I was about to go ham in on that opinion because that's the biggest load of propaganda.
I agree.
Japan and NA are like pretty much the same, like in terms of skill level. It just so happens that when Japan does it, it's not a top player that we're all familiar with. It's just some random Japanese guy. So people always say, "Oh my God, this guy came out of nowhere with Rob, and he's doing it. He's been doing that for years. You just haven't noticed because you don't look at Japanese tournaments. You just see a bunch of symbols and you go, "Oh, that guy's probably gonna lose to Shuton." And it's like, no. They've been getting consistent results for years. You just don't pay attention.
I think it's also the way in which a lot of Japanese players play the game. I mean, a lot of brackets are on challenge, so they're not on strategy.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not reported. People don't know about them. The fact that a lot of the names are in like Japanese scripts, you can compare it in like English scripts. It's a bit different as well.
The other thing as well is like, because obviously the North American scene went over to Japan and did really badly that one time, except like Riddles, who did really well actually.
But then also like Japanese players come over to America and then Mia gets like beaten by like
Well,
was it Monty?
No. He lost to Wrath. Mia lost to Wrath there, which isn't too crazy. Yeah, but like, and then Aklo also lost to Ouch. But I've seen worse. Like, I know it was a pre-local, but Raru lost to Wolfie. Like, I don't count that because it's a pre-local. But then there's stuff like I saw Repo like drown in pools like a while back when Repo was like top 100 in the world. Yeah. Even recently, Fururamen lost to Solar.
Yes.
And then Carflow.
Which is crazy because like he beats Fururamen beats like the best shot players in Japan.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
See, I think it's just a very clear case of Solars is better than Fururamen and I'm better than Solars, so...
That's true.
I mean, it's a string of 3.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but, like, I don't know. Like, it's just jet lag and stuff. And then...
Yeah.
It's always going to be, especially if it's your first time out of continent, like, you don't need to expect yourself to be the best ever, because it's hard. It's hard. Like, we've been nowhere. Someone came to Europe as well recently and didn't do well, right? Like, that's the thing. People say Europe's better, and Europe isn't that good. But then whenever people come to Europe, we get good wins. Like, was it Raru who lost to Natoru? Is that what happened?
Was it? I think so. Right. Yeah. Like, it was at GSM.
And Rahan beat Asimo. Like, we have so much random wins. Yeah, Spargo's
That's true. Spargo's super.
I don't see that shit happening in NA. I'd say that the only players who do really well out of continent other than Gluto is like Siski and honestly Andres FM do really well.
Andres, yeah.
But most of them
I
don't.
agree with that.
They're either inconsistently good. But that's very small sample size. I think he could. I think he definitely could.
One top 8 and a Peter.
Yeah, and he also had one not top 8. But even then he took Spargo to game 5, I think. Like, whenever he travels, he actually has done well. Yeah. Whenever he travels, he has done well. But I want to see him.
Was that Supernova? I'm pretty sure, right?
I don't remember honestly, but yeah.
I remember he got close being. Maybe was it? Anyway.
Yeah. Ew, Smash Bros.
Yeah. I want to ask you one more question about So like, you know, like if you have any advice for anyone who's watching this, who's kind of like in the mid-level, who is like kind of, you know, clawing their way to being like top 15, top 10, you know, UK PR, what advice would you give them?
Alright, I'm maybe the worst person to ask because I did it the wrong way. I didn't practice. I didn't think at all on my rise. I played for like 3 years, and within that time, I pretty much forced results out of myself because I got so good at like the flowchart of not thinking that I started beating like decent players. But then change only happened when I got to that point and I started thinking more and I started, you know, trying to change things. So there's two different scenarios. When you're starting off, I think, don't think about the meta. Play, you can play to improve, whatever, but also just play to have fun. And I think with experience, you will get to a certain level where you stop improving. And like if you really want to play that much, at least get a basis of just playing and learning, getting a bit of, oh, okay, this is this, blah, blah, blah. Once you reach a point where you feel like, okay, I'm ready to improve now, because you can't go in straight from the buttons and, you know, start tryharding. I don't think that works very well. There's people who can do that. I don't think it generally works well. Once you get to that point, though, that like, once the foundation is built and you can think, what can I do now? Changing things is a big one, you know, trying to change things about your gameplay, like experimenting, see what works. I don't do it often, but it actually has a good thing. And the other thing is, you know, making game plans as well. What can I do in this scenario? What can I do versus this character? How could I beat this specific player? There's like, sometimes answers will just come to you logically. Sometimes you have to think about it. Like, for example, I had a game plan into Luke, the Pikachu. My game plan was make the set go fast, because the longer I face a Pikachu, the more they adapt. It's kind of over for me. I also couldn't have given him any info. So for example, we were seeded to face each other in doubles, and we actually lost our round 1 in doubles, so it didn't happen. But if we had matched into them, we would have went double Dr. Mario, because I did not want them, you know, getting info.
XP, yeah.
And yeah, like you just need a game plan. Like, you don't need one, but I think it's something that also helps. Like, it doesn't always have to happen in the game. If you start like stressing out because like putting everything on little interactions, you know, all it will do is like tilt you and stuff. The change is generally like within your mind. It's not about execution. The execution is the foundation, and it will improve with time. You can also lab if you want, but like, I don't really.
That's very surprising. You didn't lab.
I learned Ding Dong, and sometimes if I'm facing a character that's hard to Ding Dong, I'll lab it a bit beforehand, but mostly I don't lab. I also labbed ASK out of shield, but now I forgot to do it, so low-key I should lab it again.
Yeah, because I mean, I think like ASK is like, I think for DK there's not too much you have to lab.
Yeah. There's a few things which are good, like obviously Ding Dong, and ASK out of shield is huge in certain matchups, but in other matchups it's useless.
Yeah.
Because there's some matchups where like everything can just be grabbed, or where nothing can be ASK'd. So no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like if you're facing like Fox, Palu, it's huge.
Yeah. Like any character that you can't usually like punish that shield.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, like, let's go towards something which is maybe like outside of Smash.
Okay.
More getting to like
this is scary.
Who JoyKong is as a person.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so like what are your like interests outside of Smash? Like your hobbies, maybe some sport.
I can't believe you thought it was interesting. Well, obviously Smash is like the crux of my life. I really love this game. However, I do like other things. I play volleyball. I'm not good at it, but I play it. It's fun. And I want to be kind of like everything I do. There's like a competitive bug in my brain which wants me to be better. So I want to be good at volleyball. But like currently, I'm just enjoying it. Well, I'm not playing it that much because like it's very inconvenient times that like the Durham volleyball sessions are for me. But it's fun. I don't know. It's a sick ass sport.
It is cool.
It's
very cool.
And it feels sick when you like. I'm really short and you get a blocker when you spike them. It's like, yeah. I can't wait to go into the C team. That's gonna be so cool. If I even make the C team, but you know. Yeah,
because like I mean, you know, DU is like hard. They're good.
And I'm in the volleyball college too. Like South College is the one that won last year over Collingwood.
Oh shit! I went down.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
So I have steep competition.
Yeah.
Especially playing when I play like practice with some of these other guys, I just think that I'm not making the team, bro.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then also recently, low key, you guys fuck with competitive Scrabble. You guys ever?
No, I was telling you about competitive Scrabble when you said no, there's nothing.
It's so sick. It's
Really?
so
Yes.
cool.
I think you
Bro.
I think you thought I was still talking about crosswords. Or
Yeah, because I was talking about competitive Sudoku.
And what do you know about
'Cause
competitive
that's-
Scrabble? And you went,
that's-
there's
that-
nothing there.
Yeah,
I was
like-
There is
there
so
is.
much there. It's huge.
People have goats.
The goat, yeah, okay. The goat is Nigel Richards, but
He is so good.
I think like
I watched the video.
the more I see Nigel Richards, the more he could just be a robot. Like he could just be like a more advanced AI than the AI they have. Because he's low key sus. By the way, no one says this because they love him, but I'm low key sus of Nigel Richards. I don't know how he could feasibly cheat. He doesn't do interviews.
Yeah, I've got one idea.
That's
I'm
kind
so-
of sus.
Yeah, he's doing the old Hans Niemann. Like he just has a vibrator in his ass that goes. The word you should play is.
Tell you the point score.
He's just like muttering stuff or something.
And more.
No, that like it makes sense. That's how we can learn like French and Spanish and stuff so fast as well.
Yeah. We gotta do some kind of competitive Scrabble
Oh, hold on.
on the channel.
The only issue is though.
This is pissing me off. I gave you this idea. And you said no.
Yeah. No, the thing is, I enjoy playing volleyball, but I don't really care about watching it. But, like, it's pretty cool, but like I prefer playing. With Scrabble, it's the opposite. I love watching top level Scrabble, but when I play it, it's just like, bro, this game sucks. Like, at least with volleyball, I got to the point where I was good enough at it to enjoy it. I am like 0% of the way there with Scrabble. I just can't be bothered, bro. I have to learn every 2-letter and 3-letter word. I have to learn like ball. I have to learn.
There can't be like
stuff.
that many 2-letter words.
There's not that many 2 letters. There's probably a decent amount of 3 letters, but once you get to like 5, there's like fucking millions. You have to pretty much learn every word up to like 8 or 9 letters.
Name
every word, bro. Name every word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty hard actually.
But it's
I can't
cool
lie.
as fuck.
I think-
You better get on these Will Anderson shout out to Will Anderson.
I'm very much into is it Cracking the Cryptic?
have no idea what that
on YouTube. Shadow Cracking the Cryptic. They do like a bunch of like Sudoku videos. Really cool.
Oh, you're a
I know
Sudoku
that
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
I believe I know that.
It's like I mean, you know the Sudoku that had like no numbers in it whatsoever. I did that the other day.
I've seen him do some crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude. This is reminding me. All right, this is a video. You gotta get on this shit.
Yeah.
ASAP. The video, it's not the best to highlight actual Scrabble shit because Scrabble videos are 6. Will Anderson videos are 6, but Will Anderson made a video which was the Scrabble game with 0 moves, 0 words played. It is so good. You gotta watch that. You gotta
Bro.
watch that, man.
Oh my god, man. That's fun. I mean, okay, guys. Do you know One Punch Man?
I do.
You do. Do you know the fight between him and Garu?
What season's this?
It's not happened yet in the anime.
Oh, no. But
Okay. No, I won't spoil you. Don't remind me of
I
that.
already dropped it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I saw that season 3 animation and I was like, very much, I was actually one of the defenders of One Punch Man season 2 animation. I think it wasn't as bad as people said, but you can't then get worse.
Season 3's awful.
Why'd you get worse?
I do have a question about One Punch Man. I hear about it. I've never watched it, so I know asking these questions is bad.
It's
So I
okay,
should
it's
just
okay.
watch it.
No, I'm fair. Yeah.
No, go on.
What does a fight even entail?
What do you mean?
If he just fucking
Okay, I can't lie. Something that happens pretty often is, in season 1, it's probably the best because they set up the premise. After that, they, in the fights in which Saitama is in, which are very, very few, because often they get into this habit of like stalling him out of fights, or they just go like, oh, he's not actually fighting until like one moment where he actually is. They usually like focus on the side characters.
can he actually just like
Pretty much.
one punch him?
He one
Most
punches
people, yeah.
like everything, yeah.
Okay.
One thing, like, sometimes he'll do fights and it'll be big moments or whatever. But the one thing which I don't like about One Punch Man, like even like there's like little spin-off episodes, like the short stories, and those are sick because like even as a slice of life, the characters are sick.
Yeah.
My only issue is they make Genos lose every time, bro. He's so cool, and they do it for the bit. I know they do it for the bit, but bro, he's like 0-13.
Yeah.
It's
So
grim.
Genos is the he's the traditional like shonen like pro tag. We lose every single time. Yeah, I think it's a very, very good show, to be honest, because it's very existential in its themes. Like it goes into like
Like slight existential, but
I would say I think it goes into it
a bit.
Yeah, because it's like like what is the like what's the purpose? It's also like it's very philosophical in the idea of like what is it to be a hero? What does it mean to like to win? What's the point in like striving once you've like accomplished everything already? I think those themes are very interesting to go into, because like nothing else really seems to like when you're thinking about like that genre, everything else seems to be just like Goku like I'm gonna get be the best somehow, whatever.
Well, the thing is, at the same time, even with goals, like Saitama has a very clear linear goal. I want someone to challenge me. Why does he want that? I don't know. He's like bored, but like surely he'd find pleasure in.
I think it's somewhat. So I think he has that as a goal. But he has that in like alongside like a bunch of other goals.
Yeah.
I think recognition. That's like another thing that he really, really wants as well.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I like him as a character, but he's got some weird stuff going on. Like he kind of like brushes over why he even wants to be a hero in the first place. But that's not the point.
Bro's not thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's again like that's part of his character. Like he's very, very strong, but he's not very clever.
Speaking of characters, by the way, there's some problematic designs in the S tier heroes. Like, what are these guys doing? There's problematic gay stereotypes.
True. There's his name Darkshine.
Or his name's like Blackluster, some guy, and he's just like a big black guy who's actually white.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And it's like
that's crazy.
And then there's Puri Puri Prisoner, who is the big gay guy who just sexually assaults every guy, and he's a hero, by the way.
Yeah, that was not really good. Yeah, something this is not very compelling.
I will not be watching.
No. They're just like trying to try and get people to watch Gurren Lagann, and they find out.
Oh, the main character's like.
One of the sexualized characters is 14 years old, and it's like the rest of them.
Talking about 12-year-olds, I finished the first season of Made in Abyss. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
It was good.
I cried at the last episode.
You did really.
You cannot spoil Made in Abyss. Watch Made in Abyss. Watch Made in Abyss.
I'll beat that. Yeah, but like.
You didn't spoil anything. It's okay.
No, I mean.
Worried.
Made in Abyss is fire.
Like speaking of 12-year-olds.
Oh, I see.
Okay, buddy. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like. I want to ask you very quickly. I know. We do have. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I just want to keep this on for a bit longer. I want to ask you about your goals, both inside of Smash and outside of Smash. Let's start with like inside of Smash.
Right,
what are your goals for the next like year?
Inside of Smash is a lot easier because I was actually talking about this with Moon recently because I think he wanted a pep talk, or he wanted like some motivation to come back and grind and stuff, and I gave him my best shot. But he's a lazy bum. He's my goat, but he's a lazy bum. But I told him he was James Milner.
Oh wow!
The footballer James Milner.
Oh okay.
Because he stuck at it for like 20-something years, maybe not 20. He played like 15 years, and he got good, but like he was never like the best. But now he finally has recognition because people acknowledge that he was like good for so long. So there's many ways that you can get recognition in the scene, and at very least, Moon, if he plays for like time and time and time, he won't fizzle out because he had like half a year of being good, like being like very good. But people will remember as, remember when that Steve beat Curry? Like that's what Moon will be. Like Moon, I mean no disrespect for you, that's what's gonna happen. People will remember you as like, oh man, I remember that Steve beat Curry one time. Like that's the entire legacy, and I just don't think he cares about legacy that much, but I do. I beam that stuff. My ego is huge, so I don't need a tangible goal because improvement is that goal, and whenever a new milestone is reached, I just try and push and push and push as far as I can get it. This year, I did not expect myself to end in this position. I expected maybe to be. I wanted to like try and push for UKPR, blah blah blah. I did not expect to get 2 Turbo wins, a Shanique win, a Pelly win, a Luke. Like, what the hell? And then I didn't really lose so much to the North this year either. Like, it was absolute insanity. Like, it just snowballed so far from the start of the year. To the point where, like, I don't need a specific goal for next year. There's a little bit of things, like, but it's just like get better, improve, beat certain players. I want an Azalea win. I want a Kendrick Olamar win. And there's a few which I want a Mondi win, and there's a few which I care less about, which I still want. Like, I want to beat Giggles. But like, I feel like that's more doable now. Like, if I face Giggles, I'd have a shot. I think if I face like Azalea now, no chance. Like,
I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. Scary.
But the one real tangible goal I have, I want EUPR next year. That'd be nice. I don't think I've got it this year, but I want it next year.
Yeah, I think you can definitely get that.
It's doable, yeah. Because even I think I'm probably like 70th right now on the imaginary top 100.
Yeah, like if you think about it, yeah. And then like outside of Smash.
See, that's the problem, because
what are your things? Because I mean, you got to have a bit of a balance, you know.
I have goals, but they're really weird. My brain is constantly in a battle with itself. My goals like are all really abstract or really weird. I want to fix my brain. I want to find meaning in life. I want to be happy. They're all really abstract.
Wait, are these like, like, what's the time frame here? Because I don't think you're gonna like.
It's possible, because playing Smash is a great escape for me. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
But when I sit down and really question things, I am not. Like, my brain is in a battle with itself. It's kind of like trying to devour itself from the inside. Because like I get depressed a lot. I find it hard to motivate myself a lot. And I've found that the only way I can feasibly do it at the moment is through ego, and that's why I'm, that's why I get motivated to play Smash and stuff. But when I, for example, like I feel like it's even scary to even like delve into that stuff, because if I find the meaning I've been looking for, if I find the way to be happy, does that mean I won't feel that pride anymore? Does that mean I won't reflect so fondly on my accolades in Smash?
Yeah.
Like it's scary to even touch, because if I get to that point.
And it's also a thing of like, in some ways, to feel kind of happy with yourself, you have to sacrifice at least something.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd have to sacrifice being a lazy sack of shit. I don't want to do that, because it's pretty good.
Yeah, because I think like I think maybe the approach of going about trying to attain happiness as soon as possible is like maybe the wrong way to do it. Yeah, because if you want to be like if you want to get like a dopamine hit as quickly as possible, then
just go on Elite Smash.
Just go on Elite Smash. Get addicted to like gambling, gaming, drugs, whatever, right? And that's how you kind of like build these unhealthy dopamine loops, right? But if you want to like find some kind of like lasting happiness, you have to build a structure. You have to build like infrastructure around your life, in order to like, like consistently feel happy.
It's
right?
true.
And that's like that takes a long time. That takes a while.
I'm working on it very slowly.
Yeah, and trust me, like no one, like your age, our age, is like anywhere close to that.
Anyone within 5 years of even like, anyone within 5 years.
All right.
Anyone within 5 years of you is dead, bro. Let's be real.
Anyone within 5 years of like you that's telling they got it figured out, I'm either highly skeptical, or they are lying.
Yeah.
Because it's just false.
Yeah.
Like, because there are so many things like I mean, I'm fortunate enough to have a job next year, but that is nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Imagine being employed.
You're the
Hey,
one.
Connor, do you have a job? Imagine being employed. These guys, man. These guys are bums, bro.
Well, you're. I mean,
I just got you a 0 on your homework.
yeah.
It's okay. I'm not doing it this week.
Alright. I did notice there was 50 students who didn't submit.
I was one.
Damn.
I've done like no assignments 3 weeks. I had to focus on Braveheart and Avalon. I know this week I'm just being lazy. I can't,
So just for some context for the
You can do
audience.
your homework.
Some context for the audience. So Sunny marks JoyKong's homework.
for probability, yeah.
For probability.
But
Mad.
unfortunately, I'm being a bit of a lazy sack of shit again right now. And you know what? It's fine because I'm on Elite Smash. I'm on the grind.
That's true. That's
I'm at
true.
the Super Youngie Bros house.
Yeah.
And you know what? I will do the probability.
Oh, good.
No, it's good.
I'm lying.
So I do think.
Bro.
I actually don't think I mark yours. You're in a different group.
Oh,
No.
is it groups? So it's like
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
ask for JoyKong, so I'll know who it is.
Yeah, ask for you. Just sign up on your next assignment, like just JoyKong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is pretty huge though. Kind of like all these like personal goals, because I think what's probably the better way to get around it or kind of get close to your long-term goals is to try and work out some short-term goals, which are definitely like feasible, right?
I always set short, like, I don't know, they're all long term to be fair, but I set like.
But
short-term
you always
goals.
have to have like a bit of a balance, because let's say like like name one of your long-term goals.
Okay, I can't say that. I want to be less addicted to things.
Yeah, because like that by itself is really hard. Because like, if you like woke up tomorrow and said, okay, the way I am tomorrow is completely different to who I am today, like that would be massive. That'd be like a massive change.
Yeah.
To do in like a very short period of time. So you have to have incremental steps, right? In the form of short-term goals. Like you have to have that. Otherwise, there can be no change.
I'm hearing some good advice, I'm hearing some good advice. I like it. I'm about it. Maybe I will work on the Falcon match for tomorrow,
Good.
One step at a time.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's how you have to approach everything in life, I think.
Maybe I will consider doing my probability homework.
Yeah.
After I've done
You
linear
can
algebra.
consider it.
After I've done linear algebra and analysis and calculus.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't hear it from me that those ones.
What's annoying is at the start I would always do like discrete first, and then anything I did would be harder than that. So I'd be like, oh, but like that one was easy. I want to do. I need to find a balance.
Okay, we are going to our 50th minute.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is do a few quick fire questions. Okay. So my first quick fire question is: if you could add one character to Smash, who would it be and why?
All right. So mostly I'm not too concerned because it's
All right.
No. I have an answer.
Go.
But mostly I'm not too concerned because nowadays I don't really care. Like, I
Wait,
think
who was it before?
you'll get.
Oh, all right.
There's a story, very
Yeah.
slightly, because like in terms of I've kind of think of it all in terms of gameplay now. So like I really like Rayman, for example, as a franchise. But if Rayman got added, I'd be like, bro, he's gonna be so lame. He's gonna be so lame. He's gonna have like full screen disjoints. He's gonna projectiles. He's gonna have like villager recovery, and he's just gonna be lame.
Yeah.
But so I can't help but think about it in that way now because I've gotten to this level. But back when I was a kid, when I had naivety, I had opinions back then about this. I was a die-hard Waluigi guy.
Waluigi.
I was cringe as fuck. I didn't care.
It's cringe, but like.
It's not inherently cringe, but I was cringe.
No, but why isn't he?
Yeah, why isn't he? I think it would give like it would put a part of me that's lay dormant all this time to rest. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit of Waluigi's not in Smash. I think that child within me could die, and I could finally move on with my life. Maybe that's what's missing. Maybe like forget all the advice you gave me about short-term goals. There is Waluigi to be in Smash, and I'll truly be happy again. But
yeah. I mean, like that's part of the magic, right?
Yeah.
In a way.
As gameplay, I don't care. I'm not gonna be what I used to be and say, oh, I'm actually main him if he gets near him. No, I'm probably gonna stick DK. But or I'll just play who I enjoy. But if it's Waluigi, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, Smash 6, maybe.
I still think I'll probably stick DK because he's the archetype I like. I don't think they're gonna change him that drastically to change his archetype.
They might.
But they might. especially because Bonanza's out.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, actually,
so-
okay, quick question on that. Like, you know, if they do change him in line with Bonanza, what would you like to see?
I would like to see a different OB.
Really?
I would like to see a different. I don't care if he has no projectiles or
How
whatever.
many have you seen?
Not much, but I don't care about spoilers. I'm never gonna play
I mean, he does his upbeat in the game.
it. Okay, give it aerial armor then. Give it aerial armor.
Well, I know that, like, you know, he can turn to different, like, forms and stuff.
True. You can do that.
Don't. Alright, let us keep punch. Keep back air. Keep down B. Actually, I feel like down B might be worse than it. I don't really care if we don't get to keep.
What if he became
I
like
obviously keep cargo.
what if he became like a stance character?
Fucking hell,
You know?
no.
That's like
No, no, no.
That is very
no,
possible.
no.
Rips himself out the ground. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
I
actually.
wouldn't know.
I would drop him
I think
so
it'd be
quick.
so cool.
I would drop him so quick, man.
Really?
No, well,
I mean, I'm stance him stance face.
no, but that's because you play shoulder. I don't play shoulder.
Yeah,
I play
exactly,
DK. I
yeah.
play the easy character who's easy. But like, I think they shouldn't change his archetype. I think they should give him a few new moves, like Mario Float or whatever. Obviously, don't give him Mario Float. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, change a couple of his moves, but like, keep most of his good ones and keep him running pretty much the same. If they change him entirely, it'll kind of hurt me inside. But they also might change like the game's mechanics. Like, God knows, I might just start playing Smash 6 and like, oh damn, Palu's really fun, and I'll play Palu. My like relationship with it is pretty much, if I'll try and main DK at the start, but if there's a character I like more and I'm better than, like,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm hard tethered to DK.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like what's the term? It's like yeah, you're open to change.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even though I have a tattoo of DK, like
You tattoo DK. Bro-
Wait.
What the-
Oh, that is.
What?
That is so cool. Oh, that
Bring
is so.
to
so
the camera.
is it that?
Yeah, it's on there.
That is awesome.
Oh,
That is
wow.
mental.
That is the coolest thing ever. Look at that.
There you go.
Holy.
That is crazy.
Can't-
Where'd you get that done?
It was in Shaw, just a little place in Shaw.
That's
That's
so
sick.
cool, man.
But yeah, which is a little small part of Oldham, which is a smallish part of Manchester. But yeah, like, even though I have a tattoo of, by the way, the Smash Ultimate render before it got changed, of DK and the pink hole, I think this character has done enough for me to where I can have it freely, and then I don't mind about changing, because this tattoo is from my love of Ultimate. If I change someone to someone else in Smash 6, it's fine. Because this is my experiences, and I've already lived
It's
enough
part of
life.
you and part of your
Yeah.
history. Yeah.
It's my history. Yeah, exactly. It's my history. It doesn't have to be my future. I'd still prefer it to be, though. I don't want to change.
You're writing that on a.
Yeah.
We're writing that on the Super
That's
Youngie
the-
Bros quotes.
Super Youngie Bros quotes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up the last question.
Cool.
Yeah, if you could instantly master one
One
no,
Good for you.
sorry. If you can instantly master one completely unrelated skill from like Smash Bros, like, you know, like playing the violin, whatever, like what would it be?
Dude, it's fucking Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Dude, I would be.
Is it A1?
Okay. It's actually a toss up. It's
Okay.
either Scrabble or volleyball, probably.
That makes sense.
Because I would want to be good at volleyball, and I think that would actually pay me too. Actually, yeah, okay, they would actually pay me. So it's probably volleyball. But because Scrabble tournaments are like similar prize pots to like Smash tournaments, I think.
I think it's interesting that
They're
you're
pretty small.
going from like a money perspective, like winning tournaments.
Yeah, well, and that's probably what I'd do. But the thing is, like, the other thing is, well, Scrabble kind of like takes up a lot of space for Smash. But if I play volleyball, it's like it can be its own thing. So I think it would be volleyball. Plus, then I'd probably be athletic. But Scrabble's just so cool. I wish I could play like that. It's like,
I think that's very
yeah.
valid.
It's like when someone will watch Leo and it's like, oh my god, he's so crazy. Like, how does he do it? Like, me now, I'm good enough to know how he does it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not magic, he's just very good. But like, when I see like a Scrabble player, I'm like, this is so foreign to me.
Yeah.
This is sick
I think
as fuck.
like, you know, most board games, or like, you know, any kind of like, it's more like kind of mental stuff going on, especially with like chess. I'm just like, damn.
Yeah. It's similar with chess. I used to want to be good at chess, but then it's like, I don't know. I tried putting the work in and it got kind of boring. Plus, I would actually get like annoyed at chess. Like, it's same with Smash.
Yeah.
Like,
Can be annoying.
I'd miss something. It's like, oh my fucking god, bro, I got forked again.
Yeah, I do get that. It's very real. Yeah. Okay. I think we're pretty much finished for this episode.
Yeah.
Let's finish things off. Do you have anything to say to our viewers? Any
course.
shout outs?
All right. Important shout out. First shout out. One of my flatmates, Michael, Bob 10. He said he might be at the weekly today, and if yeah, he's my flatmate. But
Shut up, Bob 10.
if he shows up to the weekly today, he's taking names.
He is. It took one game off of Banjo and Kazooie.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
I have a banjo and kazooie.
Real shout outs though. There is a regional next Tuesday in Newcastle. It is, I believe, part of the Melee Red series.
This might go up after that.
No, the Newcastle one is already up.
No, as in like this video.
Oh.
Might go up.
Okay, well,
Might.
maybe. If you heard it from me first, if you want to play Melee or Ultimate in Newcastle, it is a good tournament.
25th.
2050.
That is literally the day of the tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're talking about when it goes out.
No.
I was gonna say that's inconvenient, but no, yeah.
I'll have to like edit and stuff. Aside from that, we also have a little announcement about King of the Hill. King of the Hill, Heaven or Hell. It'll be announced by the time this comes up.
Oh, I see.
But that is the next big tournament happening in Durham. Of course, I will be there. Of course, I presume you'll be there as well if you're not going to Den of Dragons.
No, I'm not. That's just 5.5 hours.
Exactly, yeah. You know, and of course, Sonch will be there as well.
Wait, that's not of course.
Oh, sure you will.
I might not be there.
All right, well,
If I am
well,
there.
you can go to Durham. You can meet your favorites. You can perhaps, if you're a notable player, you can come on the show, and we can give you a little interview like this. It'd be crazy.
It's a bit of a stitch up having it on the 6th of December, but
Yeah, 6th of December, on a Saturday.
it's unavoidable.
Yeah, it'd be great if anyone who's watching this can come. I would highly recommend it. It's been a great series so far. I love the tournament series so much, and TOs now are really great. So yeah, I think that's mainly it.
Am I in heaven or hell?
This is my
That's up for you to
I'm in
decide.
heaven, aren't I?
I wanted to like bring something fun, but I think it might be too much work. You know, like Collision when they do heroes and villains.
Yeah.
That's
to like heaven or hell.
that's
We
kind
can
of
make
cool.
it into a tier list
Exactly.
and make content.
Exactly.
Content ideas, guys. Can we get a hashtag content ideas?
Heaven versus Hell crew battle, and it's like the evil characters.
Exactly, dude.
This is
Exactly.
good.
This is
Pitch it to J-Bell.
good idea already.
We can pitch it.
Okay, that's all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it insightful or fun or whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
I would press
Yeah.
like.
Stay young.
Stay young.
Wait, what's it?
Oh,
Okay.
I lived in life. No life.
All right. See you guys.